Same principle as dying. We want a hurt transition. So we want that to transition at pretty much any time. We're going to have a similar thing. It's going to be hurt. Also, if we just in advance, the order here is important. So the ones that are higher, the ones that are higher in the list are higher priority. So that death is more important than being hurt. So the hurt trigger is called. It does the hurt animation, and then it should ideally go back to the animation it was previously in, but probably a good idea to have it go back to idle. Exit time of 1. We'll go from hurt into idle. Cool. And then win. Again, I probably want that to go from any state into win. So let's change all the settings. Don't want it to be able to transition to itself though. And we'll have a... I'll actually set win as a boolean. So when win is true, we go to night win. And then transition to idle. Yes, off. I'm just clicking the same buttons like a spud. Off. And then when win is fine. Because then what I can do is I can have them in the win animation for a bit. And then dip back out after some time. Right, and what we also want to do is, so with these animations, they're combat ones. I don't feel like we go from any state into those. Because the way I'm picturing it is they're kind of bouncing up and down in their idle state. And then they go into these. So we're going to have an idle into attack. Again, none of those bloody pesky transition times. We'll have a trigger for attack. Over here, actually, let's make a trigger for block. We do want these to have an exit time. 1. And then that to have an exit time of 1. No offset or anything. Set that to be block. That's set. Do not win, you spud. Attack to attack. Oh no, we want it to transition at the end, so no exit time. And attack back into idle. I have an exit time of 1. And it just happened. So I don't need a variable to denote when that happens. And same for block. Have an exit time of 1. No transition. We look. At his animations. So the attack's got a pretty decent length to it. You can see what's going on. The block might make a little bit slower. Because I don't think that'll actually show it in there. But yeah, it's a little bit quick, a little short of an animation, so I'll have that last a little bit longer. Right, so we just go through this quickly. When we enter this state machine, go straight into idle. We'll transition. So the idle goes the night attack and the block. When the triggers are called, the relevant triggers. And then they bounce back after the animation is complete. And here in this transitions, if you see, I've put attack and block above the walk transitions, so they will take priority over the walk animation, because just in case, at the moment, they should be moving and attacking. But if you're making a platformer and they're running and then you hit attack, unless you have a specific attack animation for them moving, you'd want... yeah, if you had a specific attack animation for them moving, you just transition to that if extra action was greater or less than 1 and they were attacking. But in our case, we're not. They should be stationary. It's going to be like turn-based, so shouldn't matter, but it's a good thing to keep in mind. So we got that, so they all transition back. And then I'm going to do, in the interest of having this look a little bit more tidy, we go from any state to death. Right, so we have a transition to death on the trigger and it stays in there. We also have a transition to hurt as a trigger and an exit time, but then when hurt transitions back to idle as an exit time at 1. So it plays their animation back into idle. Then the any state into win has a, if the win state is true, it transitions. It goes back out when win is equal to false. Oh, Unity's actually complaining here. Just clear that. I don't know if it's actually an issue. So if we save that now, it should be saved. Prefab, but you know what? It's been a little bit funky, so I just want to go in and make sure. All seems good. Right, if we go back into game, and if I try stop him wiggling about, I'll just freeze the X position. That should work. No, lol, of course not. Right, come back here, mister. So we'll do an attack. Didn't do anything. Slightly awkward. Because it's stuck in the walk. Right, what we want to do is let's set the wait timer, max time to stupidly high number. Set the target X to 0. Yeah, you see it did it then. And then we'll check speed to 1. I just want to show you doing things. Right, attack. Point. Attack should take priority, love. So, okay, what I want to do, I have some troubles there, is I only want it to wander if I say it can wander. So we're going to say public wander enabled, and by default we'll set it to true in code. Then I will disable it. Oh, I should say it's a boolean. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? If actually we'll do its position's only going to be set randomly when it's spawned in, so we'll stick that in the init function. We'll also move that to relevant location next to start and awake. And we'll say if wander enabled, then you can absolutely choose a location. And if wander enabled, we're gonna do that, that. It's only gonna do all that wandering stuff if I set it to. And then over yonder, on this particular instance of the villager, I can then disable wander. It should just stay there. Still walking because X direction is 1. Did I? Oh, it might start on 1. No X direction. Speed of 4. We'll just apply those to the prefab. Should just stand there. There we go. And then attack. Yeah. Yeah. And then block. Yeah. Yeah. And then win. Oh god. Might set that to not loop. And then it stops. And then hurt. Ow. 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 Death. Blech. Cool. We're good. It kind of works. Did I want to change? I feel like I wanted to change something then. He hurt. Seems. Yeah, exit time. It didn't seem responsive. Bang, bang, bang. Good stuff. Okay, so we've got a pretty basic animation state. So now what I want to do is work, I guess, towards combat.